Hard to say goodbye to your sweet tooth? I don't blame you. Sometimes we want to watch what we eat, but also have a sweet treat. In today's video, we'll be making my delicious candy walnut cookies. These cookies were a popular choice when I used to sell them at the markets. I've come a long way with these cookies in my journey from learning how to bake gluten-free. So I'm so glad to be sharing them with you today. I also want to add that I'm in the process of making my own cookbook for my desserts. So if you're vegan, gluten intolerant, or just enjoy delicious treats with less guilt, then type Opal's Paradise in the comments below, and I'll send you a link where you'll be added to a waitlist, as well as be the first to know when the cookbook drops. So definitely type Opal's Paradise in the comments below so you won't miss the early announcement. Alright, let's get baking!
Always candy the walnuts first to get them out the way. They're the last ingredient to be added to the batter before baking, and since they are required to be baked themselves, having them done first will allow them plenty of time to cool down as well. I'm giving the walnuts a rough chop, and then I'll add some date sugar, coconut aminos, and agave, making sure that all the walnut pieces are thoroughly coated in the mixture. Then I'll add them in a single layer to a baking sheet to bake for a few minutes or until fragrant. It may not look like much, but you'll see later it'll be just enough. While the candied walnuts are cooling, I mix together agave powder, walnut butter, agave nectar, aquafaba, grapeseed oil, salt, and ginger to create a batter-like consistency. This is a fairly quick process. It doesn't take long for the batter to form.
Okay, that pretty much looks like what we're going for here. Now I'm just gonna add the flour and then mix it some more. And then I add the flour little by little because I don't want to overwork it. Now the consistency we're looking for is for it to look like a smooth, somewhat thick pancake batter. So that's why I add the flour in little by little, because it depends on how much is needed. Sometimes I need a little bit more, sometimes I don't need as much. So I'm gonna see what this gets me. Yeah, already I can feel how it's thickening and how it's like pretty much like pulling away. This is what we're looking for. Yeah, so this is pretty much what we're going for. These cookies are going to be a soft bake. That's why I have molds that I'm gonna use, because they're not going to, they would morph together when baked, so they literally have to be in molds, which you'll see a little bit later. Now let's get the walnuts. These are already baked, so they're nice and candied. This part's always so satisfying. I don't know why, but it just is.
and then just fold it in. This is a good chopped walnut to walnut batter mixture, because now with every scoop we'll have candied walnut in it. So that means pretty much every bite you get from the cookie is going to have a walnut chunk in it. Because I feel like if you're going to get a walnut cookie, don't you want walnuts in it? And that's pretty much the consistency, how it's going to be. All right, now I'm just going to scoop it up in the molds. Hey y'all, real quick, if you enjoy this type of content, then you already know what to do. But just in case you don't, like, comment, and subscribe. Doing so will help me understand what type of content you guys like, and it helps the algorithm know what to do with my videos. So engagement is key, okay? All right, back to the video. All right, I do use a cookie scoop for this part, but it's literally for decoration, because look y'all, it don't even work. But I just use it to somewhat measure the cookies. So just get a nice little scoop like that. And then just mold it goes. I start off small, and then once I get towards the end, if I feel like a cookie looks like it needs more love, then I'll add more to it. But in the past, I've not started off small, and I had not enough batter for the end, and that was not fun, because once you can always add to the actual cookie batter, but it's hard taking away. So I'd rather just start off small and then work my way up. But yeah, so because I don't weigh these cookies, some of them may look a little bit bigger than the other or whatever. Like, it's literally, the idea of these cookies is to look like they're homemade. I know it has a mold, so obviously it's not going to look like super homemade, but I mean, it'll look a little polished, but the idea is to make them look like, they were made not professionally. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through here and just add a little extra to the ones that look a lot thinner. I'm not really working too much fast here because this batter, it is very forgiving, so it can stand to sit for a little bit longer than others, but I really don't feel like making a whole bunch extra, so I am just going to fill these up.
Fresh out the oven, the cookies will look underdone, but trust the process and let them rest for a bit.
See, when they are freshly taken out the oven, they don't look all the way done, but this is just them sitting on the counter for about maybe 10-15 minutes, and now they look more done. And they'll be pretty easy to take out too, because I whipped the heck out of those pans. So yeah, now I'm just going to move them off to cool a little bit longer.
Once fully cooled and settled, the cookies are ready to be taken out of the molds. I made sure to oil the molds so they will literally pop right out. As you can see, I'm using minimal effort to get them out.
I also recommend using silicone mold. I have used tin pans before, but they are a beast to remove the cookies from. Also, the cookies cook harder using the tin pans, and they won't have that cake-like edge nor all-around softness to them. So keep that in mind when you decide to make these. I'll share the link to the molds that I got in the description below. I'll be packaging these cookies up for an order, but I'll share a few close-up shots so y'all can get a better idea of what they'll look like. If you enjoy my videos, definitely like and subscribe. Share them with your family and friends so they can see how easy and awesome vegan cooking and baking can be. Thanks for watching, and be sure to come back for more tasty content.